We're at the Sunderlage open house this beautiful Sunday afternoon.
Can't you see I love you? Please don't break my heart in two. 'Cause that's not hard to do, 'cause I don't have a wooden heart. And if you say goodbye, then I know that I would cry. Maybe I would die, 'cause I don't have a wooden heart. There's no strings upon this love of mine. It was always you from the start. Treat me nice, treat me good, treat me like you really should. 'Cause I'm not made of wood, and I don't have a wooden heart.
Here with our village historian Pat Barch and trustees Karen Mills, Karen Arnett, Mike Gaeta, Anna Newell. I'm Bill McLeod, and trustee Gary Stanton was here earlier. They do this event every year. It's to show off the Sunderlage house, one of the oldest houses in Hoffman Estates, along with our Hammerstein Farm, where the Children's Advocacy Center is now located. The unique thing about this place is that the smokehouse is on the National Register of Historic Places. It's the only site in Hoffman Estates that is on that prestigious register. It's a great opportunity for people to come out and see what the houses were like a long time ago and have a tour. And the Schaumburg Township Historical Society is here again today, doing their ice cream as they do every year. And they're also very, very intent to preserve the history of Schaumburg Township. And Pat's done a yeoman job on the history of the village of Hoffman Estates and her research. And there's a much beloved column she writes every month in the Hoffman Estates Citizen, our newsletter. And a lot of people read it, Pat. They tell me, I look at your column, Mayor, but I always read the historian's column.
And I meet all these people in Jewel. I'll go shopping, and I think I'll be in and out in maybe a half hour. Oh no, I'll meet people that'll say, "Oh, Pat, I read your column." But it's an honor to do it, and that the village lets me do that too, for all these years, really.
Well, we appreciate you doing it, Pat. You've done it for quite a while for us. It's important that we preserve our history, and it's important that the people living here understand and are knowledgeable about that history. And what's really encouraged me is I go to block parties and people mention your column all the time. And it isn't just in parcel A, B, or C, but it's all over the town. The last one was in North Side, up in the North Side, up in a newer area town. And they just love reading that and learning the history of the community that they chose to move into.
Sometimes it would be wonderful if people would email me. My email's at the end of the column with suggestions. I've been doing this, I think, for 16 years, and I'm running out of things to say. I'm not sure what other things to say, but I have to say, over all these years, the things that I've written about, I just continually marvel at this community and how it has grown from little parcel A to what we are now, covering such a large area.
The Historical Sites Commission can certainly use new members. We have vacancies, and I think Pat Kinnane's going to fill one of those. Pat and his lovely wife Laura and their two children are volunteering here today at the event, so keep up the good work, everybody. Also, to make a little plug, you may have tucked in closets and various other places old pictures, old brochures for housing developments that were built. And these are invaluable. The village really appreciates, our historian appreciates having that. Even if you just bought a house 5 years ago, a new home, and you've got the original brochures for the model houses and all that, and pictures. We really need pictures, particularly if you can identify who the people are, because we want to, do what was life like in Hoffman Estates in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and it isn't all focused just on the old farms. It's on the way people lived their lives in all the different eras of the history of our great village. So if you got those, thank you.
And something else. We will be 60 years old. September 23rd, 1959, the people of this community decided that they wanted to be incorporated in honor of the 60th birthday. As historian and curator of our Hoffman Estates Museum, we're having a program on the 28th of September, the last Saturday in September, and it's titled From Here to There, How Hoffman Estates Got Its Boundaries. It should be very interesting. So it's from 1 until 3 in the Village Hall. And so I hope you come. I think we're going to have a little light lunch, birthday cake, definitely.
I'd also like to ask the chairman of the 60th Anniversary Commission to tell you about an event that's coming up.
Thanks, Mayor. And a week before the Historical Site Committee, we will be having a 60th birthday party picnic for all the Hoffman Estates residents. We will be out at the Sears Center Arena. We're going to do it inside since this weather this summer has been kind of iffy. So it'll be on the floor of the arena. We will have games and all kinds of activities for the kids and families. There'll be a reduced price lunch. And look around, there's coupons floating around out there for 50 cents off. And it should be a great time. It'll be from 11:30 to 4 p.m. on Saturday, September 21st. Please join us. We'll have a great time. Thank you.
Thanks, Karen and Pat and everybody, and thanks for all the volunteers and the commission members who put on this great event every single year. Thank you.
If anyone has old photos that they would like to share, it's wonderful now. We can scan them and return them to you. So email me. My email address is at the bottom of our historian notebook. It's eagle2064@comcast.net. And we can get those back to you right away, and then we'll scan those, put them in the files, and save them forever. So we would really appreciate that. Thank you. Sometimes it would be wonderful if people would email me. My email's at the end of the column with suggestions. I've been doing this, I think, for 16 years, and I'm running out of things to say. I'm not sure what other things to say, but I have to say, over all these years, the things that I've written about, I just continually marvel at this community and how it has grown from little parcel 8 to what we are now, covering such a large area.